fullest of regards to the fellow members of the Alpha branch of the Utopia. And now, commencing video.
Hello everyone, my name is the one and only Silverreploid CLE. How are you guys doing on YouTube? That's right, the Silverreploid / Inkling coming at you live looking fresh in the flesh on the net, stream or non-stream. It is officially the 1st of autumn and we're going to be surrounded by a field of pumpkins this month. Well, next month actually. But either way guys, welcome back to another video. First things first, hope you guys are having a very blessed and safe Monday thus far. And today we're looking at some, well, speaking of Halloween and whatnot, even though I just said October and pumpkins and shrimp, today we're looking at another SCP. And yeah guys, this is old Fairgrounds, SCP-097, where as you can see right here, we got some trick-or-treaters going out and about at night in the streets, in the neighborhood and whatnot. And yeah, so we're looking at a Halloween based SCP, even though it's not October yet, but I was like, what the heck, isn't this still pumpkin season nevertheless? So before we can start reacting to this SCP anomaly, I want to give a special shout out to Nikki Wiki. Her birthday is today, so if you're watching, Nikki, happy birthday to you. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to our reaction to this explanatory animation. For those who are new to the channel, thank you all very, very much as always for tuning in, and of course, giving the channel a very excellent glimpse. Your everlasting love and support are greatly appreciated yours truly. Please do not hesitate to like this video if you enjoyed, leave your comments down below, and please subscribe for more with the notifications activated. Also, big shout out to members on behalf of the Utopian branch, aka the membership branch. If you also wish to become a member on behalf of the Utopian branch, please refer to the join button, review the perks, and when you join the perks, we're going to you by yours truly. Make sure you also subscribe to SCP Explained for more of their explanatory animations. Channels provided in the description, comments in the outro. And with that being said guys, let's go ahead and knock this out. We shall see how it goes, and that'll be all for today's reactions. Wrong club now. Hi everyone, before continuing, it is with great pleasure to let you guys know that I made a cameo. If you'd like to receive a personal video shout out from me, whether it's your birthday, your wedding day, or if you even like to receive a congratulatory shout out for your gaming achievement, sporting achievements, social media account milestones, and so much more to help you to also start your cameo journey, please refer to my link located in the video description.
A lot of us have fond memories of Halloween, dressing up in spooky costumes, wandering around the neighborhood with friends while trick-or-treating, getting home with literal buckets full of candy, and then eating so many sugary treats that you feel sick.
It's a great thing I take candy consumption in moderation, even though I love Kit Kat and Snickers and Twix and Crunch Bars and Hershey's, etc. Yeah, I take things in moderation.
Halloween is a beloved holiday, especially throughout many parts of the United States. And if you were lucky enough to grow up in a town that really went all out when the last night of October rolled around, then you may have even had a local Halloween-themed fairground to visit on the creepiest night of the year. Scary rides, mazes, and jack-o'-lanterns as far as the eye can see. But with all that said, if you lived in a certain town in the Midwest, then maybe the county fair is a little more frightening than the spirit of the Halloween season usually encourages. Settle in for a story of scares, a tale of terror, and a fable of frights. This is SCP-097, also known as Old Fairgrounds. Cordoned off by the SCP Foundation using huge concrete walls is 10 acres of rural land in an undisclosed area of the Midwestern United States. The place itself is completely abandoned, left silent and alone as everything contained within those walls slowly falls into disrepair. This is all that remains of the local county fair, held in the year 1969. And right in the middle of it all, a pickup truck, crushed and wrecked beyond all use. But this truck didn't crash. Oh no, this was no tragic roadside accident. The thing that crushed it happened to be a gigantic pumpkin.
A pumpkin?
Now, we aren't just talking about a local vegetable growing competition winner here. When we say this is a big pumpkin, we are talking huge.
And judging by the many thistles and vines and shrimp, it's not just your natural ordinary pumpkin that you see in pumpkin patches and whatnot. This is basically an enchanted type of pumpkin that's humongous, and of course, yeah.
The colossal squash has been recorded to measure well
Colossal
over 7
squash.
meters in height, with a diameter
should be
just
laughing.
over 8 meters at the widest point. According to estimates, this pumpkin, known as SCP-097-1, weighs an enormous 15,000 kilograms,
Whoa.
or 33,070 pounds.
What?
To give you a frame of reference, that's about 4 times the average weight of a hippopotamus. The pumpkin even manages to keep a perfectly spherical shape, staying plump and round rather than spreading out under its own weight as you might expect a plant of such size would. Okay, a pickup truck crushed by a giant pumpkin? You might be wondering, surely that can't be all there is. Well, don't you worry. We're just getting started with this creep show. The rest of the surrounding area of SCP-097 is abundant in overgrown pumpkins. None that quite reach the enviable size of SCP-097-1, but plenty of all different subspecies and types. On average, these smaller pumpkins weigh around 250 kilograms, or 550 pounds. Along with various other crops that have grown within the area of SCP-097,
There are so many
the
of them.
pumpkins seem to have formed some kind of maze. No pun intended. Get it? Maze? Like corn? These jokes are wasted on you. Spooky
No
mazes
kidding.
are no strange inclusion at rural Halloween fairs
corn.
like this one. Getting lost in the middle
Roast
of the
them on the
night
grill.
surrounded by rows of corn taller than a human being is all
Roast those
part of
corns
the
on the
fun.
grill.
Makes a person feel like they're right in the middle of a classic 80s slasher movie, where the killer could be creeping up behind them any second. The naturally formed labyrinth found within
saw Freddy Krueger.
SCP-097 has spread all throughout what is left of the 1969 county fairgrounds, with the walls of crops reaching over 1.5 meters tall, depending on the year. So, is that all? A maze of crops with one giant pumpkin at its center? Oh, that's far from all there is to SCP-097. During the time between April and November of every year, a number of bizarre and anomalous phenomenon takes place within this abandoned county fairground, ranging from strange happenings that defy explanation to things that are downright dangerous. Since they first came into contact with SCP-097, the Foundation have lost 8 agents to this phenomena that occur within that area, with another 17 being severely maimed. While the exact time of these events seems to vary, the SCP Foundation keeps an extensive record of phenomena that occur within SCP-097. Now, sometimes these will be as harmless and annoying as the sound of drums playing throughout the day for almost 24 hours without stopping. Then there's the sightings of entities moving through the maze only to disappear after
So
a few
many
short
entities, huh?
seconds. Security footage the Foundation agents have gathered of these entities depict them as what can only be described as bedsheet ghosts, the kind you might
That's
see
quite
and
the entity
immediately
there.
think of as a last-minute, low-budget Halloween costume. On one particular occasion, singing was heard in the maze, coming from an unidentified source. When analyzed, recordings made by the Foundation revealed that there were up to 30 children's voices, all singing in unintelligible gibberish for 3 consecutive hours. Another incident
Jeez.
involved a member of personnel on site, Agent McRoy, who cut a pumpkin vine using a machete. Horrifyingly, the severed vine bled.
Whoa.
By that we mean actual human blood came pouring out of the plant.
Wait,
Another
so-
agent, on a separate occasion, was on
Looks like I was right about it not being an ordinary pumpkin. It's more than that, considering that it emitted that right there. That is definitely not a pumpkin at all.
also found dead within the SCP-097 maze. Agent Long had disappeared on the way to the restroom, only to be discovered lifeless and bloodied resting against a pumpkin. During one weekly examination of SCP-097, one Agent Cole broke open a pumpkin completely by accident. As the pumpkin split apart, however, to the agent's horror, a child's skeleton was revealed to be inside. A human child skeleton. A little girl crouched in the fetal position, believed to only have been about 5 years of age. Another incident saw O'Toole, a research assistant working on site at SCP-097, experiencing symptoms of nausea. O'Toole also appeared to be vomiting pumpkin seeds, despite not having eaten any recently. Within a day, O'Toole was dead, seeming to have died overnight in his sleep. An autopsy conducted by Foundation experts revealed that O'Toole's chest cavity, the space beneath his ribs, was somehow filled with the same pumpkin seeds. All of these happenings are strange to say the least, but perhaps most concerning of all is the effect that the abandoned fairground of SCP-097 seems to have on children. Any under or up to the age of 10 years old can fall victim to an unpredictable signal that seems to emanate from SCP-097, with a maximum range that is, as of yet, undetermined. Usually beginning in early April, children that are affected by this signal become afflicted with somnambulism, or sleepwalking, as it is more commonly known. On clear nights, these children will wander around their own homes, often only stopping in front of closed doorways. This behavior usually doesn't happen often, at least at first, only occurring once a week. However, sleepwalking gradually becomes more frequent, and by around the middle of August, it will be a nightly occurrence. If children with this affliction are ever woken up while sleepwalking, they will scream for several seconds before appearing confused. This seems to be the only known way to break the influence of SCP-097. However, if left undisturbed, a child will spend their sleepwalking episodes familiarizing themselves with the doorways of their house. They will stop at every entrance, exit, garage door, gate, even the neighbor's front doors once they find a way outside. From September, the sleepwalking children will stay outside, upright but asleep until the sun comes up. Many are often found laying on the grass in their gardens, and commonly recall having dreams about autumn season activities. Between September 1st and November 1st, any affected child not awoken during their sleepwalking will begin to migrate towards SCP-097's location. All while still unconscious, they will traverse county roads, cutting across large empty fields, as they gradually make their way towards the abandoned remains of the county fairground. Once there, they will even be able to blindly navigate a path through the maze that surrounds most of SCP-097 until they find the center. What happens when they make it to the center of the maze? Any sleepwalking children who are able to make it that far will seek out SCP-097-1, the gigantic pumpkin crushing the truck in the middle of the SCP-097 area. The children will then sit down around the almost 23-foot tall pumpkin and begin to sing. Even though the SCP Foundation have managed to make recordings of this, much of the singing seems to be gibberish, or at least not sung in any known language. However, music will also begin playing from an unknown source, seeming to include a number of basic instruments, most commonly simple drums and pipes. After the sleepwalking children have spent a number of minutes singing like this, that is when things take a turn for the far, far worse. Like a Charlie Brown Halloween special straight out of your most horrific nightmares. From the tangled mess of plants that make up the maze within SCP-097, things will start to emerge. These entities will crawl out of the surrounding flora, or will come bursting out from within the larger of the nearby pumpkins. They appear to be childlike in both their appearance and mannerisms, some even wearing pajamas or similar clothing. Why? Simple. Because these are the children that sleepwalked before. They are all previous victims, the ones stolen from their families and brought into this maze. Still wearing the clothes that they were last seen in, they are all the children known to be lost to SCP-097. What happens next is truly chilling. The latest child that has been affected by the draw of the pumpkin-filled fairground will be quickly surrounded by all their fellow victims. The other children, if they are in fact still human children, will encircle the newest child, singing and dancing around them in a circle. As they do this, a dim light begins to glow from somewhere within SCP-097-1, the biggest pumpkin in the center of SCP-097. Finally, at this point in the process, the newly affected child will wake up. Normally, they experience a great deal of terror and confusion. After all, they have been unconscious throughout this entire ordeal, sleepwalking far away from the safety of their own home to a maze in the middle of nowhere. Terror is a powerful thing, enough to make even the bravest person let out a scream. But the moment the now awakened child lets out any sound, that is when they are doomed. Should they scream, cry, or make any form of vocal noise, then the others will swarm them. The other children, the ones previously lured into SCP-097 while sleepwalking, will attack the terrified newcomer. Each time is different. Sometimes they will claw at the new child. Other times they might bite or kick. The methods are always different. but most often this swarm of the pumpkin's previous victims will strangle or dismember the latest visitor to the abandoned fairground. At this point, there is no saving the latest victim. Any attempt to interfere will only fail. Either the children will all become intangible, or another violent phenomenon will occur within SCP-097, stopping any onlooker from saving the child's life. When the deed is finally done, and the latest victim has been killed by the other children, the gigantic pumpkin at the heart of SCP-097 will open. Its side will split like a pair of great, devouring jaws, and the children will throw the body of the newest child into SCP-097-1. Once the body has been disposed of, these entities, once children that sleepwalked away from their families, will follow, crawling into the pumpkin before it closes and the music finally stops. The exact number of children between the ages of 3 and 10 years of age who have been lost to SCP-097 is currently kept secret by the Foundation. And perhaps for all of our sanities, that is for the best. Like we said, a lot of us have fond memories of Halloween.
But saying that this might be fun, it's a colossal understatement.
But not all of us. Now go.
Well, considering this, I mean, like the narrator said, we all have our fond memories of Halloween when we were like kids, but considering that, I'm thinking right now, yeah, forget trick-or-treat. I'm just gonna go into the store and buy some Halloween candy. Not that I'm gonna, like, you know, well, because trick-or-treat is like so many freaking years ago. But in terms of cosplaying though, it's totally fun to do. Well, wearing costumes and whatnot is totally, it really sets the highlights and everything. So, that right there was the anomaly SCP-097, the old fairgrounds, where it entails of the story where a truck got demolished by a gigantic colossal squash or giant pumpkin that's, well, I'm not even going to describe what it has because we already saw in the video like what it was, but God, that left a freaking chill down my spine. I'm probably going to have nightmares after what I just saw. It's not even freaking October yet, and yet you're probably going to ask me why did I even choose this video to start with. Well, it's because, well, it's fall season. What can you expect? But yeah, for those who are having any plans for next month, which is October, it's right around the corner too. Only 8 more days, and whew, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with getting candy and cosplaying, and of course make some Halloween dinner and whatnot. But either way, that right there is going to wrap up my reaction to the SCP anomaly. Hope you guys enjoyed it very much, and if you did, as always guys, please do not hesitate to hit the like button, leave your comments down below, and subscribe for more with the notifications activated. Make sure you also subscribe to SCP Explained for more of their explanatory animations. Once again, channels provided in the description, comments, and outro. And guys, my social media, Twitch, and my song list are provided in the description as well. If you wish to request a personal video shout from yours truly, you may do so by referring to my Cameo link located in the video description. And if you also wish to commission a song that you can use for your content, etc., please do not hesitate to reach out to me via social media. We'll go from there for either song commissions. This is me, Silverreploid CLE, signing off for now. I love every single one of you guys. Stay fresh in the flesh and off the hook. And on behalf of Utopia, I will catch every single one of you in the next video. Have a blessed and safe Monday, everyone, and as always, I will see you again soon. Much love. I want to let you guys know that we recently reopened the store and new season merch is officially available. Claim your piece in the link in the description of the video, and you will have the merch in the palm of your hands. My treat to you for your everlasting love and support. Some quantities are limited.
Hey guys, Silverreploid CLE here. I want to thank all of you for watching this video. Please smash on the like button, subscribe for more content if you're new, and please turn on the push notifications. And also, please make sure you check out my other videos or any video on display and show tons of love and support for not only me, but to those who are also involved. Have a great one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!